Hello everybody, welcome to Fry Diary, a concept I totally nicked from Grace Helbig. Also, I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers that have come over from Louis's channel. So as Louis said, and if you've watched my channel intro, which I must redo because it's really old and I filmed it on my iPhone 4. My channel is an extension of the fact that I've journaled in a paper diary since I was about 13. So it's about ideas I've been having, thoughts I've been thinking through, things I've been processing, just documenting things about my life as well. So there's a little video last week of a trip that I made to Madeira with my dad. I have done daily vlogging things and maybe done an overview of the week before on this Fry Diary. And sometimes I've done daily vlogging like Vlogtober, and this year I did Vlogmas. But today I thought I'd do something different. I've mentioned a couple of times in videos that I might get some of my old diaries out from my cupboard. I've kept them all. I really should keep them in a fireproof box, shouldn't I? Anyway, I thought it was going to take quite a while to kind of research them and find interesting things. But the first three that I pulled out had quite intriguing things in them. So let's get started. The first one is this really old diary. It actually starts in February 1989. I do seem to repeat myself in my diaries and probably on this vlog channel as well. Anyway, 17th February 1989. Well, here I am reassessing things again. I want to stop having the mentality of I'm getting life wrong all the time and have a much more positive attitude to myself. My main responsibility, as I see it, is ruling and organising my time. So here is my assessment of what my priorities are, and then this is a very typical thing, I don't know if you can see it, is a lot of people work really well with mind maps. I am very much an outline person, main numbering, sub-numbering, that kind of thing. So, number one, loving and caring for the children and Ben. Key areas. So that was one, and now this is like a Roman I. Food, clothes, environment, time. What time do I need to give to these areas? Decide when, later, in square brackets. Why square brackets? 1. Food. A. 2 hours per week spent on menu plans, shopping list and shopping. B. Cooking meal. 1 to 1.5 hours. 15 minutes preparing packed lunches. Oh, I don't know why my style is so pompous. Equipment, in brackets additional, for this task. Electric whisk, garlic crusher, microwave. Gosh, we didn't have a microwave in 1989. 2. Lower Roman numerals. At season changes and after growth spurts, go through drawers and wardrobes. Clothes shopping at least every 2 months. Dash. Assess budget for this. And so it went on. Hilary, in February 1989, I think she'd just started going to play school every morning in preparation for going to school in the Easter, which would have been April or so. And Louis had been at school for just over a year. So, lower Roman numerals for time. A. Children. Hilary. Over the next 4 weeks, afternoons, we're not playing with friends, swimming, toddler gym, coffee shop, walks, swings, and then a big long list of activities. Playing games, ponies, dolls, dressing up, makeup, make Play-Doh, painting, writing, reading, drawing, collages, sewing, cuddling, chatting, piano, violin. Yeah, she had a little tiny 16 size violin. She didn't really do much with it. Louis. After school, TV, only 40 minutes. If any. Play with friends, tea at 5 to 5:30. So, if not playing with friends, spend 30 to 60 minutes with him and Hilary. Writing, teaching about things, e.g. cooking, food preparation, nutrition. What am I like? Geography, history, queens, kings, clothes, lifestyle. 4. Money. Louis, list of activities. Dressing up. He was really into dressing up, like, you know, cowboys and Batman. He always had a cape on, or a tea towel for a cape. Drums and songs like Car Wash. Making storybooks. Yeah, he was really into that, with cartoon stories. Gosh, I really thought about it a lot, didn't I? There's a couple of things at the back of this book that was quite interesting. So this is over to September 1989, and I was in a band with my brothers. I'd been in a band before that. It was like quite a big 5-piece band, and then the guy who led that band moved up to London, and I used to write a lot of the songs for that band. So then my brothers, who were a lot younger than me, were in their late teens, and they said, would you like to be in our band? And we ended up using a sequencer. So there's all the plan for my sequencing of one of my songs. It's called Running Scared. And then a couple of months later, there was a really interesting entry on the 9th of November where I'm then, having been in a band for a while, I'm thinking about getting into computers. And it says here, this is what is in my heart to do with my life. 1. Get into computers. First step, becoming a trainer in word processing, spreadsheets and database softwares. Suss things out and actually be doing the work by February or March, which is what actually happened. I did do that. So that's amazing, isn't it? The next one, I just opened the page and it was on the 1st of September 1987. Yesterday, Princess Diana was killed in a car crash. At first, when someone young dies suddenly, you can't believe they've gone. She must have been the most famous person in the world at the moment. There seems to be nothing else on TV, and the response from the public has been amazing. The number of flowers, the queues for writing condolence messages. Debbie rang with the news. The bin and they're collecting the bins. I think they're far enough down the road now for it to not be too noisy. So we were in bed and the phone rang and it was Debbie's little boy Josh. He's not a little boy anymore. And he said, Princess Diana's been killed. And we're like, what's he talking about? And then he passed the phone to Debbie. There was a funny phenomenon happened. Can't believe I managed to say that word. Phenomenon, can't say it now. In the UK, in that there was a baby boom 9 months later. And I think what happens is when someone dies, it's, especially a young person, it just kind of puts life into perspective and what's important. And until reading this diary, I hadn't really kind of associated the fact that we then had Darcy in December 1998 with this at all. But on the following page, the entry is, this morning I missed the 8:37. I didn't have the right money for the car park and I'm not meeting anybody until 10:30. Don't know where I was working. I'd rather be late than have to pay a £50 fine. That was before the days of being able to pay on your phone, which is brilliant now. I never have to miss trains anymore. So I have time to spend thinking about things and writing in my diary. There are many fears we need to work through in regard to having another baby. So I'm actually talking about it. I can't believe it. The very next day. Had more influence than I thought. We had gone to Malaysia that year and I thought that I had been influenced by the fact that, you know, we saw people living under a bit of corrugated iron and if they sold a bunch of bananas, they were set for the week, and I was all worrying about money if we, you know, if I stopped work to have another baby. So yeah, that's really interesting. And then the next one that I opened immediately afterwards, it's like this was pre-planned, wasn't it? Tuesday the 13th of April 1999. I'm happier than I could imagine being. I have a beautiful baby girl who is so good. She's 15 weeks old and sleeping through the night. It seems our finances are sorted out and we're going to have room in the house to accommodate our growing family and our lifestyle when the conservatory is built. The next bit is a bit, you know, you're going to roll your eyes at this. because it's something that I keep talking about still. As a person, over the last few years, I've begun to learn how to be clear about what I am and am not happy about, and have been learning how to make it clear to others and ensure that I do not have other people's will enforced on me. Anyway, I found it amusing, my pompous writing style in my diaries. And yeah, how weird. It was interesting to read about how I was dealing with Louis and Hilary when they were little, especially after the video on Tuesday. And really interesting to see the entry about Princess Diana and the fact that I was talking about having another baby the next day. And then the next entry was when I was just really enjoying being a mum again. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope all you new people are going to stick around. That would be very nice. And do write comments below, ask me some questions, or if there's anything that rang true with you in this video. I love the interaction that we've got in the comments, and it's a lovely growing community. So see you next time. Bye.